It is LeWabbit season on LeBron James right now for the comments that he made about China and Hong Kong from what the tweet of Daryl Morey that he made on October 4th. And I have to tell you, at this point, we need to rename LeBron James to LeeWONGJIN.
For the bag and the prize. On a mission looking for them bad guys. Can't run no player, but my head I'm real wise. Look at his eyes wide, think he traumatized. Take me as
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and look, I have been very quiet about this situation, but before I get started on the topic, it is your boy Lewis, man, back again with another one with the LBFBWN news, man, with another banger with yet another video. Shout out to my man Omar Page, who sent me the link about this, about the article about the issue with Hong Kong and China, and the Daryl Morey tweet and LeBron James's response to the tweet. So let's dive right into it, man. Here we go. But before we get started on this video, man, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the deal. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Once again, make sure to share the content, man. Make sure to comment down below, man. I truly appreciate it. And make sure your notifications are turned on to make sure that you're always getting the latest content from your boy, as I always do, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for taking the time to watch the video, man. Truly appreciate it. So, on to the topic. There's been a lot of mixed reviews on Daryl Morey's tweet in the support of Hong Kong with the oppression from the country that is China. As we all know, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA makes business with China. And Daryl Morey is the general manager of the Houston Rockets. So he made the tweet and he waited for the players to go to China, and he made that tweet saying, you know, that we support Hong Kong and, you know, prayers go out in Hong Kong and all that kind of stuff, right? It got a lot of backlash. China wanted to go after Daryl Morey's throats and pressured Adam Silver into firing Daryl Morey for the comments he made about China in support of Hong Kong. And then here's when LeeWONGJIN comes in. For those who don't know, that's AKA LeBron James. He decides to comment on the situation after he was being asked a question about Daryl Morey's tweets. Because right after Daryl Morey made his tweets, he had to delete the tweet. And when I look at the situation, I come to the conclusion that both LeBron James and Daryl Morey were both at fault in this situation. They were both at fault, along with the NBA. LeBron, Daryl Morey, and the NBA are at fault. You're asking yourself, no, Lewis, this is LeBron's fault. This is completely LeBron's fault. No, Lewis, no, this is all Daryl Morey. Why does LeBron have to be trying to fight the good fight with China when that's not even his problem? Why aren't Americans speaking out on this issue if they're getting on LeBron James for having to respond, you know, on the tweet of Daryl Morey? But you don't see any Americans talking about or saying nothing. You know what? You're absolutely right about that. Why aren't Americans speaking out? Why aren't other players speaking out that decide not to speak out on this issue? But yet LeBron James has to get all the heat because he was the one that spoke out on this issue and said that Daryl Morey was misinformed and uneducated about the situation. That is where things change, ladies and gentlemen, because here's the reason. I said that Daryl Morey was at fault and he had to delete the tweet because, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What former player played for the Houston Rockets? Yao Ming, #1 draft pick for the Rockets in the 2002 draft. Yao Ming is Chinese. The Houston Rockets have a large Chinese fan base because of Yao Ming, because he played for the Houston Rockets. We have a lot of NBA players that are popular in China. Kobe Bryant is arguably their biggest star in China, along with other stars in the game that have a very large fan base in China. the NBA makes deals with China in terms of sponsorships. You have to understand that China manufactures a lot of things for the NBA and a lot of things for America in general. That's kind of pretty much saying you're biting the hand that feeds you. So that's why Daryl Morey had to kind of cut back, because it was going to affect the players and it was going to affect the league. But I will say this about Daryl Morey. And people are saying, well, if he was the owner of an NBA team, would he be doing this? Probably not. But at least he had the balls to do it. And this is a guy who has a lot of money in Daryl Morey. He had the balls to do it. So on one end, you could say, well, if he was the owner of the NBA, if he was the owner of an NBA team, he wouldn't be doing this. But I actually give him kudos for doing it, though, in terms of at least having the guts to do it, even if it was bad timing, which is what I still blame him for. The NBA they chose to make deals with the country that is known for communism, okay? A country that is mistreating victims in Hong Kong. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm an expert, in this situation, because I'm not. But, from what I've seen, I'm just giving my take on, my opinion on pretty much of what I've been seeing and what I've been looking at in comments from people to the mainstream media and what they've been talking about and how they feel about the situation. And I'm going to expose them too, because they're another one. So here's the thing. In one aspect, LeBron James doesn't deserve to get all the blame for this, because I said once again, the NBA and Daryl Morey also are at fault for this. Here's where LeBron gets blamed, and this is where LeBron is getting criticized. And see, this is what people are getting lost on. LeBron James, when he said his response, what was the first word that he mentioned? Financially. Financially. What does that tell you? LeBron James is about the money first. This isn't nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. Financially. He also said that Daryl Morey was misinformed and uneducated. That was another mistake. And I've said this for years about LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron James is not more than an athlete. LeBron James is not less than an athlete. He is a great athlete, but he is just an athlete. The fact that people continue to be brainwashed and fooled, thinking that this guy is a politician, he does not know a goddamn thing about politics. I've said this many, many, many times. Many, many, many times. The corporate puppet slave for Nike is the reason why LeBron James gets to speak out on these issues, even if they're issues in America. LeBron James is not even an expert on American issues neither. And the thing is, listen, LeBron James is a great father, great husband, great philanthropist. He's done a lot for his community off the court in terms of giving back. But even if he's done all that, ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, by him saying the statements that he made, he's basically in support of China. Because I don't know if you heard the reports, but LeBron James also, there were reports saying that LeBron pressured Adam Silver to fire Daryl Morey. When a lot of times LeBron is misinformed and LeBron is uneducated on situations. Let me give you an example. The time that Harrison Barnes got traded to the Sacramento Kings, the organization already decided to trade him, and he knew about it. He was told on the sidelines. He was told before the game that he was traded. The people on the bench, the coaching staff, had asked him if he wanted to play. What did LeBron James do? During the game that Harrison Barnes was playing, he put out this massive tweet basically saying that, oh man, that, imagine players, man, that you're in a situation that you have no control and it's out of your hands when you get traded. Now, absolutely, LeBron is right on that, because there's players who don't have the control when they get traded and they get mistreated. I understand that. The problem is he thought that he knew the situation with Harrison Barnes, and he did not. He was misinformed and uneducated. He thought it was a great opportunity to speak out on that, to get all this clout and credit to say that LeBron James is very wokety woke. He portrays this perception that he's wokety woke, but he's not. He is not, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron James is an amazing athlete, but that's all he is. And the crazy part is, I don't know how people are getting constantly offended by this when you're missing the message that LeBron, if you just listen to his words, it'll tell you why people are outraged at him, why the people in Hong Kong are outraged at him. In other words, basically the statements were, as long as I get to say something convenient and it doesn't affect my pockets, I'm going to say it. Because think about it, ladies and gentlemen, if it's affecting your pockets, are you going to say anything? No. So yeah, in one sense, I can understand that when people in the States, they don't speak out on these issues. And yeah, you're absolutely right. This is not LeBron James' fight. But LeBron James was the one that made the decision to speak on it. LeBron James could have said, look, it's funny, the shut up and dribble part, he could have said that. That actually would have been a very convenient time to say that. He could have also said, I'm not knowledgeable of this situation, man. I feel like I need to educate myself to really understand this situation. He could have said something like that. So the thing was, he worded it wrong. But the problem is when he used those key words, misinformed, uneducated, financially, that went above a lot of people's heads. And if you really pay attention, LeBron is telling you that he is about the money. See, this is why that now, and the funny thing is then after he said that, he put a lot of tweets and trying to clarify what he was trying to say about the Daryl Morey situation. And then even then, when he talked to reporters recently, he was, I think it was yesterday or earlier today. I don't remember. But he basically said that I'm not really going to speak on it anymore. Well, LeBron, you should have never spoke about it in the first place. That's where people are looking at LeBron James and looking at him as a hypocrite from that aspect. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and look, I've been quiet about it, man, but this is what I'm saying, that people are saying that this is a fake outrage. And I'm like, look, I understand. You're right. Why does LeBron have to be speaking about issues that have to deal with in another international country? Problem is LeBron James decided to speak on it, man. He chose. That was his decision. But then you might say, no, somebody put him up to that. And I'm going to tell you, which one is it? Let me tell you something else, too. You see, for example, I'm going to give you another example. You see, Nick Wright, yeah, that idiotic Nick Wright, he thought he could get away with what people have putting out videos recently of Nick Wright. See, for those who don't know, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Wright lied about the 2015 Finals MVP voting process and how the voting process went down in terms of how why Iguodala got the Finals MVP. And a lot of NBA beat writers called him out on it. And Nick Wright got exposed so bad. He got exposed so bad because this is the same dude that's criticized LeBron James many years ago and said that I don't get the hype about LeBron James because Kevin Durant is a LeBron James that can shoot at 6'10". With a jump shot. Now, obviously, you could change your mind over time, but listen, the way that Nick Wright just fawns over LeBron James makes me sick. It is sickening to watch on TV. And let's face it, once he got caught in that lie, FS1 had to delete all their videos across the platforms on YouTube when he got caught. And then let me ask you this question, ladies and gentlemen. Has Nick Wright and First Things First talked about anything about AD and LeBron ever since that time that AD got traded to the Lakers? Because all they've been talking about is football. You have not heard Nick Wright or Chris Carter talk about anything basketball that deals with LeBron James. Because this lets you know the media has an agenda. And you know what's so funny about that too? When they talked about the 2015 Finals MVP, Nick Wright went right to the 2014 Finals. I'm like, why is it that he's not sticking on topic? And he's talking about 2014. He's like, the series that, Andre Iguodala, he locked. Yeah, it was a bad series for LeBron and he shot 39%. But yeah, Iguodala locked him up and he averaged 35, 13, and 9. And then he switched it and went, oh, but in the series prior, he shot 58% and was 28, 8, and 7. Dude, are we talking about 2014 or are we talking about 2015? And then the same argument happens where they keep talking about that LeBron has had to go against these like 4 future Hall of Famers. Kawhi Leonard of 2014 is not the Kawhi Leonard of 2019. Two different players. Two different players. And he still arguably outperformed James in that series. The problem is that once again, the fanboys go to the PRA, the, as I like to call the XYZ, points, rebounds, assists, and then they want to go to field goal percentage, but never use context as to how those numbers came to be. They never do that. Somehow that's hate when I keep telling you these numbers. So yeah, I absolutely agree. Why aren't other people kind of speaking up about it? Because it's not affecting their pockets. So you have a point. The bottom line is when we look at the totality of the blame in this situation, it's LeBron, Daryl, and the NBA. Because you can give Daryl credit for speaking up, but the timing was bad. And as Shannon Sharp said, because the funny thing is, Shannon Sharp, Max Kellerman, Chris Broussard, Rob Parker, they all went in on LeBron James. You even got some players going at him. Joe Harris took a sneak dick. I mean, Enes Kanter, you already knew he was going to talk stuff about LeBron James because he's already dealing with he's dealing with political issues in his country of Turkey. So I expect nothing less from Enes Kanter. But my point is that LeBron James is just a basketball player. I mean, listening to him talk about the NFL having a slave mentality on his show, The Shop, when Todd Gurley was there. He's talked about how he wants to own an NBA team. LeBron is a businessman. Business. If it affects your business, you are not going to touch anything. That is the whole object of this entire situation. The amount of sponsorships that can get affected with a tweet supporting oppressed victims in Hong Kong. And what LeBron did was his comments were in support of China. For a guy who has no clue or is uneducated and for the most part is misinformed on politics. That's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you could take it as hate all you want. I could give a damn. And I told you, if you listen to this video, I didn't just blame LeBron. I blamed Daryl Morey and I blamed the NBA. But the problem is because of what I said, people are going to make it seem like if I just talked about LeBron and see how he gets all this hate. Notice how I divided the blame, because when you really analyze the situation, the timing of this whole thing was pretty bad. Because now China's not going to make deals with this. And look, I told you, how is it that there's reports that LeBron pressured Adam Silver to fire Daryl Morey? China pressures Adam Silver to fire Daryl Morey. Collusion, collaboration, cooperativeness, business. Tied like a pretzel, man. That's what they're doing, man. And if people are not seeing that, then I'm sorry, I'm married. Y'all sleep out here, man. So when you listen to the message, if money's falling out of my pocket, I'm not going to speak on it. And this is the same LeBron that's getting paid millions of dollars, talking about slave mentality, talking about this. And people have said like, oh, why doesn't Michael Jordan talk about this? Why doesn't Kobe Bryant talk about this? Why doesn't Kevin Durant, who's the most sensitive person in the NBA and who constantly talks with the media? We don't know if he's getting on many burner accounts. Oh my goodness. Yo, the backlash that Kevin Durant would get if he would have did this. Oh my goodness. My goodness. See, here's the thing. If you stay in your lane, you're not gonna face any controversy. You're not gonna face any consequences. And the problem is the consequences that LeBron is gonna face with the comments he made. It's come back and bit him in the ass, and it came back and haunt him. So now what's going to happen is that this is the beginning. This is the beginning of many, many, many people attacking LeBron. The only way that this season is going to be salvaged is if the Lakers look any good. And LeBron and AD and the Lakers, they win a championship. Because you know the media's going to do their best to wipe this under the rug. And Stephen A is another clown who is trying to get in LeBron's meal pocket. He's trying to get LeBron's meal ticket. Because he spent all that time bashing LeBron last year for how poorly LeBron played. And now he wants to be on his good side because they got Anthony Davis. Max Kellerman, even though Max Kellerman, I agree with what he was saying, he is another guy who was in support of LeBron James. And all of a sudden, now the wheels are starting to come off, and now he's starting to go against LeBron James because of his love for Kawhi Leonard. My thing is Max going to keep that same energy if Kawhi Leonard doesn't show that he's the best player in the game? I'm not saying that to disrespect Kawhi Leonard. I'm just telling you Max's stance on NBA players. Because now he thinks that the writing is on the wall for LeBron James. And I'm going to say it again. LeeWONGJIN is Mr. Krabs. The NBA is the Krusty Krab. You can't, because we could say that Adam Silver is Mr. Krabs, but I was like, yo, then LeBron could be Mr. Krabs' brother if he ever had one, because this is all about investment, man. This is all about monopoly. This is all about power structure. That's what it's about. It's also about, this is my thing with LeBron. If he wants it, there's nothing wrong with speaking on social issues, but you have to do a better job of educating yourself in what you're putting yourself in the fire into, man. And LeBron James, for the most part, has not done that. And people still refuse to understand that. There's nothing wrong with speaking your mind, but as long as you're educated and informed about what you're speaking about. The problem is LeBron has been labeled, oh, he's this great social activist. Yeah, LeBron is an activist when it's convenient for him. He's a convenient, opportunistic activist. I call him the COA, convenient, opportunistic activist. That's what LeBron James is, folks. That's what he is. You may not like to hear that, but you need to understand that. So you could talk about LeBron. You could talk about, oh, you're hating on LeBron. You're being a LeBron hater. Keep that same energy when LeBron and the Lakers win the championship. I said, dude, this is an international issue that he put himself in by supporting China. When y'all praising him for being this amazing, outspoken person for the black community. Because if LeBron was really informed and educated, he would be commended for his research. Because let's face it, wouldn't the same people be going on LeBron if LeBron James supported Daryl Morey? They'd be the first people to jump and talk about what LeBron is doing is unbelievable. Let me tell you one thing else, man. What has LeBron James sacrificed? What has he sacrificed? What has he sacrificed, ladies and gentlemen? I keep telling y'all this, man. I keep telling y'all. LeBron has Class A narcissism. While I agree that other players should be speaking out on this, again, it all boils down to one thing. If it's affecting your pockets, you're not going to speak on it. But LeBron is supposed to be the greatest of all time. He's the cash cow of the NBA. He's the face of the league. He's the best player in the world. You see all those monikers? You see all those titles? That is why LeBron James is going to get the flack that he gets, even if he is turning 35 years old. What he is labeled, what do you expect? You don't expect anything different with these reactions. What is it that people don't get, man? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done with this video. My conclusion is, again, Daryl Morey, bad timing with the tweet. LeBron, wrong wording, but then the lightning bolt words that you used. It's a wrap. And then the NBA. You guys chose to make business. So, totalitarianism, man. What I'd be telling y'all. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Lewis with a long video displaying my reaction to the Daryl Morey, LeBron James, Hong Kong, China situation with the NBA. Let me know what you guys think of the comments. I know it's going to be divided, but again, let me know what you guys think. Listen, I welcome disagreements. That is completely fine. Keep it respectful. You get disrespectful, you get out of line, you get blocked. You already know the deal, man. Live, laugh, love. Thank you for watching. Once again, man, let us hit them and let's leave with another banger. I know I used the hand and I ended the video, but I just had to say something else. You know what's also very funny? Why hasn't any of LeBron's supporters like Dante Jones, Damon Jones, guys of that moniker, talked about the situation? Because usually when they feel like LeBron has been wronged and he's the best player in the game, they always come into his defense. But I find this so funny that they conveniently have not spoken out yet. Just a food for thought, man. Just a food for thought. I wonder why they haven't spoken on this situation. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. I don't know what's going to happen with this dude. But this might, hopefully for LeBron James, he's able to have a great season and the Lakers win the NBA title, because I feel like that's the only thing that's going to save him. In terms of his legacy, it's set. The issue that LeBron is facing is earning Laker faithful trust, and once again, righting the wrong that he just did in this China-Hong Kong situation. Because, ladies and gentlemen, China manufactures a lot of the products that get shipped out to the USA. LeBron, who makes your sneakers? I rest my case. And that's my point. So that's why he was going to support China, man. Dinero. That's why he said that you got to understand the impact. Why? Because a lot of these guys China manufactures a lot of these sneakers, man. A lot of these sneaker companies, man, that these players are wearing on their feet. Especially the Nike ones. The wokey woke athletes from Nike. Especially them. So that is the whole point, ladies and gentlemen. That nobody is criticizing LeBron for speaking his mind and for speaking on the topic. What he's getting criticized for is for what he said about how this situation and the tweet that Daryl Morey made, he called him uneducated and misinformed, and that he did not do his research on this situation. And my thing is, we don't even know also why he made that tweet. Could it be that he has family there? Could it be that he really wanted to spread the issue? And they were asking, why didn't Daryl Morey sacrifice anything? Because he didn't sacrifice anything. The problem is the higher ups told them probably that they told him to delete it because of what was going to happen. A lot of partnerships, a lot of sponsorships. It was affecting players' money, and it was going to affect the NBA money. And here's the thing: if the NBA were to fire Daryl Morey, you think Daryl Morey's going to take this lying down? Bro, with the money that Daryl Morey makes, he's going to hire a lawyer, and he's going to sue the NBA. And now the NBA becomes a court case. And then let's see how much fire the players are going to be into now that Daryl Morey sues the NBA, because this can really affect the future of the NBA if Daryl Morey sues the league. So that's why Adam Silver wasn't going to touch him, because he knew what the repercussions were going to be if he even given the thought of firing Daryl Morey. We got to stay cognizant, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stay cognizant. So for the second time, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Lewis with another one again. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell to make sure that you are getting the notifications on all these videos. Again, as I continue to produce them heat and them bangers. You already know, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. That's how we do in the LBFBWN news. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Most importantly, share this video, comment. I appreciate y'all, man. For the second time. Live, laugh, love.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.